Who's in the house? Rose Deeds, right?
Yes.
Say, who's in the house?
Rose Deeds.
Who's in the house again?
Rose Deeds.
Give it up for who?
Rose Deeds.
Hooray! Now, besides I'm crazy about the cake lady, I'm gonna have to stop being crazy about Rose Deeds too. Rose Deeds, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
Oh, I am fine. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Rose Deeds.
Well, I am a nutraceutical consultant and a weight management coach. And actually, I do a class here at Sisters every second Wednesdays of the month.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. But that's nice, though. But you know, when you give these classes, people want to say they want to lose weight. Also, too, the weight management, I don't want to sit back and say this, but in this country, it's the biggest business out. Do you agree?
Oh, definitely. I mean, the thing is, you know, you see things on TV all the time, and there's always advertisement on the radio, lose weight fast. But you know what? Anything that's good takes a long time, and you got to do it right.
You know, that has, you know, like on those infomercials, they have, like, people would, you know, I have a coworker went out and got one of these things, you know, you're supposed to, you know, this track thing, you know, running up and down, up and down, up and down. And next thing you know, some people sit back here, they do it for a little while, then they end up had to use it for a clothes hanger.
Well, that's true. That's what happens. That's why I come in, because I'm a coach. Because what happens is no matter how much we try to lose weight and we try to exercise,
you can't discipline yourself.
It's hard to do it by yourself. Because, you know, the thing is you need somebody, you know what you're supposed to be doing, but it's hard to do it by yourself.
It is real hard to do it, huh?
It really is.
The topics that you talk about, what do you talk about mostly in the class?
Well, in the class we actually...
We're not advertising, but go ahead.
Actually, in the class what we cover is the 10 tips to improve your health. So we talk about weight management, we talk about diabetes. As you know, diabetes is really big in our community.
Oh my goodness. And you know, look, I don't want to sit back and say this too. It looks like it's become like a big business now too, in a sense, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. And the part of the problem is that, you know, we're eating all this sugar, all these confectionate foods and all these starches, and we're gaining weight and we don't know why. So people have to learn to eat differently, and this is what we teach you in our classes, how to look at the way you eat food and what your relationship with food is.
Now remember that, because on one of the future shows, Miss Flynn is going to mention something about that. Well, go ahead.
Yes. And so we dig down and talk about exercise and about stress management, because there's a lot of things that causes you to gain weight. It's not just
stress,
the food.
sometimes it's stress too, right?
Oh yeah, stress is #1 killer that we have. And if you look at it, everything is wrapped around stress. So, you know, if we could manage and, you know, decrease the amount of stress people have, they tend to manage their health better and they tend to manage their weight better. Because once you start losing weight, the health comes around.
Because living in like a city, say like in New York, you know, we're doing this from New York City, you know, we're watching around the world, around the country. It's kind of hard in a sense because we're so stressed out with everything. You know, if you don't, you know, you have if this, you know, go home and like sometimes I go home, I said, look, I already paid this. I may pay it late, but I paid for it. You know, you just have to wait your turn, brother.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, the thing is, we teach you as part of our class how to manage your stress and not let it get the better of you. So instead of pulling that, you know, cake, we teach you how to eat better foods, basically. And so you're not ending up in the hospital being sick and being pumped up with medication. And you know, this is what's happening to a lot of us.
Yes.
You know, we have a list of medication we walk around with, and most of the problems that we have are preventable if you just learn how to eat properly and exercise.
Question, you know, I was asking, we was talking about this on the phone. Sometimes I be, you know, sometimes I can't sleep at all last night. Sometimes I be sleeping and I have the radio on. Sometimes, and it comes on like on Saturday night, I won't name the station. About 5 o'clock in the morning, they will sit back here and talk about losing weight. And this is these infomercials now. They'll tell you this is free. Now, there's nothing free, whereas you go sit back and say, oh, you know, just a small postage and handling, and they're going to sing you, Craig, you don't know what's in that stuff. Is that true?
Oh, that's exactly right. I mean, the
They
thing
don't have no
is,
store now. You know, they don't have no store like they had. Like I won't advertise. I was listening to one of the gentlemen on the radio this morning. You know, well, he has a store and he's a licensed pharmacist. So you know, so he know what he's doing. But these Johnny jump ups.
okay, the thing is, you know, you want to make sure that before you take anything, that, you know, one of the things we look at is what kind of medication you're taking. You know, what is your health conditions? You can't just give stuff to people.
No, one
because
size
even
don't
the
fit all, right?
natural, no, even with the natural products, they do counter-react with your medication and any kind of medical procedures you might be having, medical conditions you have. So that's why, you know, having a coach is a very good thing, because the person actually is planning on getting your health together for you based on what your needs and your goals are. So it's not a one-size-fit-all. We don't all lose the weight the same way.
You know, I was reading a book about diabetes. My son's girlfriend gave it to me, and I was reading about it, and it said one thing. It said that, you know, diabetes don't affect everybody the same way.
Exactly. You know, and as African Americans or people from African backgrounds, we tend to have a really high rate of diabetes, and a lot of it has to do with the foods that we eat, that we traditionally eat. But the problem that's happening in this culture is that we don't exercise like we used to back home.
Yeah.
You know, you sit around, you eat all the mangoes and all the, you know, the fruit, you know, fruits and vegetables and all the roots vegetables, and then you're not exercising, you're not walking.
I don't sound like this though. And I see, well, I'm not being a racist now. A white person could run up and down here on Amsterdam Avenue, and the police ain't gonna stop. But if I sit back and exercise up and down, the police gonna stop me, and I'm gonna have to outrun the bullets. It's kind of, and you know, you African American or Latino, you up and down this block here, you know, they looking for something to do. You know, I guess they got to lose some weight off the donuts that they been eating.
We make sure nobody picks you up while you're running, okay? We teach you how to run the right way.
Run the right way.
Okay, so you don't get picked up.
All right.
But it is very important that we start looking at our health and taking control of ourselves and not becoming victims to the society that we're in that's telling us take this pill and take that pill to overcome what this pill is doing back to you. Because the thing is, the truth of the matter is, the more pills you take, the more it messes up your liver, your spleen, your whole system.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Because you know it has an end effect somewhere along the line.
Oh, it has a very negative effect, and we're not being told this. And people seem to think that, well, you know, my insurance covers it. Nothing is for free. Okay, your insurance might cover it, but you pay for it for the long run. So if you could minimize the amount of medication you're taking, the better off you are.
On that note, I would like to thank you so much. And you can, contact, if you're in the neighborhood, in New York, come up here, the Sisters Uptown Cultural Center, and check out Rose D's.
Oh, thank you. We do have a class every Wednesday, every second Wednesday of the month at 7 o'clock.
We'll have you come back at a later date, okay?
I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rose D's, and we're coming back. And we're coming back with more LMS, everybody. I'll take it back.